advantage of it.
It was a great pitching matchup last night. Starts with Morrison. He gets this base hit. And then watch the throw by Upton all the way to the backstop. The Mariners score their first run. That ties up the game. But the other runners get to move up second and third. Now a great situation for the Mariners.
Chris Taylor, the batter, pop up. Looks like the inning's over for sure, right?
Well, this was when the game was over. As soon as Lestella, the second baseman, tries to one-hand it, goes off the heel of his glove with 2 outs. Both runs will score. The Mariners will tack on another run with this base hit from Jackson to drive in a run here as Taylor will come around and score. So, yes, the Mariners take advantage of a couple of errors in the 4th inning with the way that Felix was going. You knew that was probably going to stand up.
Absolutely. Some news and notes. Felix, 15 consecutive ultra-quality start. I heard Don Sutton say, we may not have seen the best of him yet.
Well, that's it. Everybody keeps asking me about that with Felix, but who knows? You can't put a ceiling on what the guy has done. Already won a Cy Young Award. Well on his way to his second. He has been something special this year.
Starters today, it's a good matchup. Julio Teheran coming off a 2-1 complete game loss, a duel that he lost at L.A. against Clayton Kershaw. And Chris Young trying to get double-figure wins for the 3rd time in his career.
Now looking for his 10th win here at Safeco Field. The good news for Chris, he's pitched extremely well. Here at Safeco Field, he's pitched well in the daytime. So a little bit of run support withheld of him. His daytime ERA and pitching at Safeco Field, 2.2 ERA for Chris Young. He has really pitched well for the Mariners.
Those are some great numbers in Teheran. Bright young pitcher for the Atlanta Braves. He brings a lot to the table here.
Pretty good 2-seam fastball. It'll be 91, 92. At times you'll see a 4-seamer. That'll be around 94, maybe 95. His best pitch, his curveball. Second best curveball in the National League to Adam Wainwright. He will also mix in a slider and a changeup. And watch out base runners. He has one of the best moves for a right-hander when the Mariners are trying to steal.
Well, we got a great situation here as the Mariners try to complete a season sweep of the Atlanta Braves. And last night, Chris Taylor turned in this gem. It was the play of the night in most circles around baseball and in the sports world. Felix dug it big time, as did we. Glad you're with us. Afternoon baseball. Beautiful day in Seattle. Braves, Mariners. First pitch is straight ahead.
Seattle Mariners baseball on Road Sports is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting the Master of Laughter Sinbad August 16th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. And by Ford, we are local. Fantastic day for a ball game or to stroll by the lake. Hi everyone, Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. And the Mariners have several things going for them here into the finale. No one's got a lower ERA in interleague play than the Mariners do. And also they have got Chris Young on the mound, and he has the American League's best home opponent batting average against. All right, so the Mariners can do what they can do now. As for whether or not they'll be able to make up any ground in the wild card race, they'll have to wait and see. Detroit versus the Yankees, it's Verlander versus Chris Capuano in that one. Baltimore and Toronto also set to go just after 4 o'clock. Wei-Yin Chen versus Drew Hutchinson. In Kansas City and Arizona, another interleague matchup, Yordano Ventura versus Josh Holmanter. Now, Chris Sale is going for the Chicago White Sox today. He's 10-1 with an ERA just over 2. So, if you're doing the math, the White Sox are coming into town next. That means that the Mariners will miss him. Rats. All right, 30,000 expected for today's game here at Safeco Field. Remember, your boss may have his television on, so don't say you're not coming here, because you may be seen. Today is going to be fantastic, but also last night was pretty good too.
Wednesday in Seattle began with clouds and a gloomy look, but wait, as we come up on first pitch action here at Safeco Field, gorgeous blue skies, sunshine as we get ready for the Mariners and the Atlanta Braves, and the Mariners looking to complete the season sweep of these Braves, having won 2 in Atlanta and winning last night. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with you. And the Root Sports Crews, we take a look at Chris Young warming up. Let's take a look at the batting order that he'll face from Freddie Gonzalez's Atlanta Braves.
Leading off the speedy Emilio Bonifacio, then it's Listella Freeman. Justin Upton, the DH today. He will hit clean up his career against Young. It's a good one. 417 average, 5 for 12 with the double. Then it's Hayward Johnson. Gaddis with 17 home runs on the year. He will hit 7th. Brother of Justin Upton, BJ Upton, hitting 8th. Pena rounding out the 9 for the Braves. Chris Young on the year, 3.19 ERA, 79 strikeouts to 43 walks. Opponents hitting just .218. The key for him, keep the ball in the ballpark. He's given up 19 home runs this year.
We are ready for action. Chris Young sitting on 9 wins. Last time he had 10 wins was back in 06 with San Diego. Trying to win in double figures for the 3rd time in his career. With Texas in 05, he went 12-7, and San Diego the next year 11-5. Emilio Bonifacio, 1 for 4 last night. Played in center field, did a nice job. He's in left field tonight. Here's your first pitch, and it's in there for called strike 1. Beautiful day here in Seattle. Umpires in today's ball game: Lance Barrett at home plate, Brian Gorman at first, Ed Hickox at second, and Pat Holberg at third. 67 degrees. Wind out of the north at 2.
Because of the speed of Bonifacio, Kyle Seager, the third baseman, having to play in on the grass. The base hit that Bonifacio picked up in last night's game was a base hit by Kyle to his left. And it looked as if he was trying to hit it that way again, but you have to respect his speed. But with 2 strikes, Kyle will be able to back up now.
7th team for Bonifacio, coming over from the Cubs on July 31st. Here's a 2-2 from Chris Young. Swing and a foul tip.
Dave, we ordered up another nice day for you.
Hey, not bad. Muchas gracias. And the pen, they've been rocking since 10:30. Gates open, they swarm. And a lot of fun out there as per usual. As this one fouled back. Chris Young has faced the Braves before, of course, in his days at San Diego and with the New York Mets. Is 2-4. Not fared well over his last 4 starts, going 0-3. Here's what Bonifacio's done. Easy play for Cano. 1 out.
Take a look at the rest of the defense for the Mariners this afternoon. Ackley getting the start in left field. Jackson in center. Indy Chavez out in right. Kyle Seager, your third baseman. Taylor and Cano playing up the middle. Logan Morrison is at first. And Jesus Sucre will get the job behind the plate this afternoon.
Here's Tommy La Stella. His error. A door opener for the Mariners in the 4th inning last night. Scored 2 runs on that drop pop in short right field, and then Jackson followed with a base hit. And that was all the scoring the Mariners did last evening. Cano going back, Taylor going back, and called off by Jackson. 2 outs.
And Austin, you can see the glasses are on. He's going to get an opportunity to figure out what the sun is all about here at Safeco Field. Day game on Wednesday. He calls off the infielders. And he didn't seem to have much of a problem with it.
Dustin Ackley out in left field. He's got his sunglasses on. And he's got his on in right field. Here's Freddie Freeman. Finished third in the National League in batting last year at .319. Michael Kadire won the batting title, and Chris Johnson, third baseman for the Braves, was second. Freeman 0 for 4 last night. Cano made a heck of a play on him for the first out in the 9th inning last evening. Braves have lost 7 consecutive ball games. Washington lost last night, so they're still just 3 back of the Nationals. And the Nationals will be in town. Their final National League East opponent the Mariners have faced this season. That'll be the last 3 days here in August, right here at Safeco Field. 3-1. Good foul.
And looked like it was the slider from Chris. Chris' fastball 84 to 87 miles an hour. He'll mix in a curveball, slider, and change. Again, looking for his 10th win on the season. Fly ball pitcher.
3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Sucre holds on. Freeman's gone to the Braves in the first. Fine start for Chris Young. He tries to win his 10th game of the season. Mariners coming back. Well, a Felix Hernandez fan sure was watching last night. Might have even been here last night as Felix picked up his 12th win against 3 losses in the Mariners' 4-2 victory. Let's take a look at the Mariner batting order that will face Julio Teheran.
Today's starting lineup is brought to you by Chevron. Jackson will lead off. Then it is exactly what a hot hitter he has been lately for the Mariners. Cano, Morales, Seager in the middle of the lineup. Chris Taylor moves up. He will hit 6. Logan Morrison, 6-game hitting streak for him and a 400 hitter against Teheran. He will hit 7th. Chavez and Sucre rounding out the 9 for the Mariners. For Teheran, 10-7 record, a 2.69 ERA. One of the best opponents batting average against in the National League at just 2.25. He has given up 16 home runs this year. Good fastball. He'll be in the low 90s with his fastball, curveball, slider, change. Bonifacio getting the start in left field. B.J. Upton in center. Hayward out in right. And on the infield, Chris Johnson at third. Pena will do the work at shortstop today. La Stella and Freeman on the right side of the infield. And Evan Gattis will do the catching. Teheran coming off of a good outing against the Dodgers. Really pitched well. 8 innings. Gave up just 2 earned runs and took the loss in that one. Again, one of the best curveballs in the National League. Rated second best to Adam Wainwright.
Here's Austin Jackson to get things started for the Mariners in the first. In there for a strike. Austin at 274 home runs. 34 runs batted in. Well, the majority of that obviously with Detroit. 3 for 15 since joining the Mariners. Inside corner for a strike. Got his first Safeco Field Mariner hit an RBI last night.
Teheran will throw strikes. Only 34 walks in 157 innings for him.
2 strikes. Teheran out of Cartagena in Colombia, 6'2", 200. 3rd season with the big club. Went 14-8 last year, a 3.20 ERA. And he did go. Breakout Victor. Jackson's gone 1 down.
So Jackson not able to lay off of the breaking ball. 82 miles an hour, well off the plate away. Again, he has his best pitch.
Dustin Ackley, hottest hitter the Mariners have over the last 17 games, a 357 clip since the All-Star break.
I think some extra base hits too. 8 doubles, a couple of home runs. He's driven in 8 runs over the 17 games. Boyd McClendon on the road trip, moving him up to hitting 2nd in the lineup.
There's a strike 1-1. 0 for 4 night last evening for Ackley. Great crowd, 30,000 plus expected this afternoon. Estella off his glove. Ackley, he's aboard.
That should be a base hit for Dustin.
And Darren Perdue, the official scorer, he agrees.
Take a look at it again. He has just consistently hit the ball hard. He was 0 for 4 last night, but squared it up a couple of times. You take a look at this swing. Hard ground ball back up the middle. Handcuffs LaStella. Looks like it hits off the heel of his glove. Would have been a difficult play for him even if he made it cleanly. Dustin gets down the line in good shape.
Brings up Robinson Cano. He's 329. Second to Jose Altuve's 337. Top 2 hitters in the American League. But McClendon really pleased with the play that he made last night. Freeman hit a ball hard, ranged over, made the play. And we were talking about, as you and I talk about, his throwing ability. And he said, you can't believe how heavy his ball is, because with that wrist snap he does, particularly when he's coming low or 3/4, or sidearm actually, that wrist snap and put so much spin on it, and the ball comes in, it's like, whoa, what was that? Lloyd was saying it was like getting a punch from Mike Tyson in your hand, like boom.
We talked about it on the road trip. We were laughing a little bit when Felix was pitching, and Cano, he did the same thing.
Short distance.
Yeah, and it surprised Felix, and they were both laughing about it after the fact, but I think it surprised him. Yeah.
Remember, Robbie closed the distance, and Felix was there in good shape. He fouls this one back. And again, you just can't help but marvel at the accuracy of the guy. With all his throws, turned a heck of a double play. As you pointed out last night, used the bag beautifully to protect himself. Ernest turned a big double play in the 7th inning. There's Felix. Another fabulous performance by him last evening. 8 innings, a 4-hit, 1-run ball, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. 3-2 count out of Cano. Kendrys Morales on deck.
Again, with Teheran on the mound, it will be difficult for the Mariners to steal. He has a great move to first. A right-handed pitcher last year had 8 pickoffs. That led the National League. He's quick feet, good athlete.
Rare you can say a right-hander has that effective a move. Ackley was on the move. That was ball 4. So the Mariners, with 1 out, have runners at first and second for Kendrys Morales, their DH.
It's one of the things we talk about. Quality pitchers, want to get to them early if you can, and Teheran having some issues here in the first. I'd like to see the Mariners take advantage of that. 2.69 ERA for Teheran, already a 10-game winner, and opponent's batting average against at 225.
Early opportunity here for the Mariners. Left 6 men on base last night. Only one in the starting lineup who has previously seen Teheran is Logan Morrison. First time around.
And he's struggling with his command. 15 pitches, only 6 strikes from him. Evan Gattis, the catcher, making a trip out to the mound, try to settle him down. But a good count for Morales now, take advantage of it.
Freddie Gonzalez in his 4th year took over for Hall of Famer Bobby Cox. 337 wins. He had 4 years with the Marlins as skipper. 2-0 pitch. 3-0. Kyle Seager, who's up next? .34 walks against 141 strikeouts coming into today's game here for Teheran. 3-0. Strike.
He has given up 16 home runs this year. See if Morales can take advantage of a 3-1 count.
Teheran selected to the All-Star team this season. There's a great opportunity for Morales and the Mariners. Left field for Bonifacio. Runners have to retreat. 2 outs.
I think Morales helped him out a little bit there. That pitch looked like it was off the plate away. But that will bring up Kyle Seager. Kyle leads the club in RBIs with 67. He's only 2 RBIs short of what his season total was from last year. 69 RBIs last year, 67 now.
It's August 6th. Not bad. Lloyd brought up another interesting point too, and I know you can relate to this. He said, you know, August 1st is when the season begins, if you're in contention, and the Mariners very much are in contention.
Right.
So the guys are, you know, handling it well. He said, he told him, said, enjoy the experience. And the only 2 guys who've been through this, Cano obviously, and Austin Jackson during his time in Detroit.
That's a great experience for him, and you can see Kyle doing the bulk of his damage here at home.
Fernando Rodney has tasted the excitement of the stretch run as well on a contending team. 0-1 to Kyle. Line drive right field. That'll get down in front of Hayward. Coming around exactly. He scores. And holding at second is Cano. Seager drives in his 68th run, and the Mariners have a 1-0 lead over the Braves here in the first inning.
Kyle clutching up with 2 outs. Gets a good fastball to hit. Pitch down the middle of the plate, hits it hard. Teheran actually fortunate that he didn't elevate. It's just a screaming line drive into right field. Handcuffs Hayward out and right. He just tries to block it. So Ackley's able to score easy on the play. That's how hard Kyle hit it. I think Cano thought about going to third, had to scramble to get back into second.
There's Chris Taylor. Some strike 1.
Thought it was interesting to see the lineup today and see Chris hitting 6th in the lineup. He had been hitting 9th.
You know, Lloyd believes in that merit system. You hit, you move up.
7 starts. He's hitting all of his starts. All 7 starts for him. Comes into the game hitting .357. Had a double in last night's game.
Interesting watching as you got B.J. Upton in center field. And he likes to play pretty shallow. And we've already seen Taylor this week hit one over the head of Adam Jones in Baltimore and Bonifacio last night. Did not go as they check with Brian Gordon.
Well, the Braves learned quickly, and one of the things they found out is Chris Taylor can hit a fastball. All 3 breaking balls to him so far. One of the things we talked about with Chris, great to see him get off to a good start, but the league will make some adjustments, so we'll see what he does to adjust back.
Like the learning curve when you're right in a chase. So far, so good. He's been up to it. Stop like Gaddis.
4 breaking balls in a row. Last couple in the dirt. That's one of the things we talked about. One of the things I liked about him when he first came up. He's aggressive on the fastball. So the Braves, 4 breaking balls in a row.
And their scouts aren't missing anything, are they?
No, they're not.
Looking out. Mariners do pick up a run on 2 hits and leave a couple. Kyle Seager has the Mariners in front 1-0. Field in Seattle on this glorious Wednesday. And coming up, the Chicago White Sox will be in town. Our CenturyLink link to what's next. Here's a look at the pitching matchups. Carroll against Elias, Quintana against Iwakuma. Hector Noesi, who beat the Mariners back in Chicago around, I think it was July 4th, against James Paxton, and John Danks against the starter to be named later, who's a hard-throwing right-hander, probably. Who the heck knows?
Looking at that lineup, the best part about it, Chris Sale is not pitching. He's pitching today against the Rangers. He's already thrown 111 pitches, so the Mariners will miss him, one of the best pitchers in the American League. That's good news for him.
He's trailing 2-0, bottom 6 to the Rangers. Was that devastating, that game we saw?
97 miles an hour with a hard breaking ball.
Have mercy on the left-handers.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Justin Upton is the hitter. Cleanup man, DHing today, 5 for 12 career against Kershaw. Justin 1 for 4. A ground rule double in the second and an RBI ground out in the ninth. Strike 2. Justin didn't like that at all. Alex Barrett, the home plate umpire.
That's one of the advantages that Chris has had this year, I think, is the umpires, I think, have consistently called that high strike right at the top of the zone, and that has helped Chris.
Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Chris Young. One out here in the second. For years, he sat at the helm as Seattle's manager. Now he's going to take his rightful place in the Mariners Hall of Fame. Join us Saturday as we induct Lou Piniella as the 8th member in a special pregame ceremony starting at 5:30. Plus, the first 20,000 fans, you're going to take home a bobblehead of Sweet Lou thanks to Root Sports. Be part of this memorable night when you get your tickets at Mariners.com. All right, what's the thing you're most looking forward to seeing Lou back, as this one's grounded by Hayward to Cano. 2-down.
Oh, there are a lot of things. One, just to see him. And I've heard that he looks great, so that'll be nice. I'm looking forward to the ovation that he's going to get from the crowd.
Boy, it's going to be thunderous.
Yeah, it will be. And then the other thing is just what's been going on this week here at the ballpark, showing a lot of the highlights, including yesterday. We saw highlights of him when he was in his playing days, but brings back a lot of good memories from the time that I played for Lou. So there's a lot of good things to like.
4:30 on Saturday after pregame show. I'll have a lot of his playing days highlights. How about one lesson that you learned from him that carried you through your career, or maybe even help you turn a corner?
I found out something quickly, and I heard Jay talking about it. One thing that I learned that stayed with me the rest of my career is a random ball game against the Tigers in June is just as important as any game you'll play in September.
Amen.
And the man wanted to win every night, and how important those games were. And if you can get to the point as a collective group that you're not giving away those types of games, at the end of the season your job becomes a lot easier. But they're all important. And it's a difficult things at times. These guys with their schedule, 162 games, throw spring training on top of that. It's a lot of baseball, and at times I think your focus, you get a little lackadaisical about it, and we would do that from time to time too, but he didn't miss it. Right after the game, he would let us know about it and how important it was to him. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why things turned around here in Seattle.
How about Chris Young? That's a good-looking second inning. Racks up his 3rd strikeout. Keys 2 in this inning as he's bidding for his 10th win of the season. Only needed 11 pitches. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports, being brought to you by CenturyLink. Your link to what's next by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast, and by Jack in the Box. Head to Jack in the Box for the new Jalapeno Ranch or Barbecue Ultimate Cheeseburgers at participating restaurants. As you look at Haystack, top of Mount Si, 4,167 feet. Snoqualmie Valley to your left. There's a gorgeous site. And that's some serious hiking. Out of my league, I'll tell you that right now. 3,500 feet of calf and thigh burning trail, says Curtis Wilson, our producer. Uncle!
Out of the three of us, he's the one that would know.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Logan Morrison way out in front, 1-1. Morrison, Chavez, Sucre here in the second. Almost 4 for 10 career against Julio Teheran. Teheran 7th in the National League in ERA. 1-2. Teheran's also thrown 2 shutouts. He's second in innings pitched, 4th or tied for 4th. Batting average against 225.
It's one of the good news for Logan Morrison is one has a 6-game hitting streak, hitting .316 over the 6 games. Also a .400 hitter against Teheran. So hopefully this is a good afternoon for him.
And certainly not off to a good start.
It's good curveball.
It really was. As advertised. That's 3 strikeouts for Teheran.
We'll take a look at it. Good pitch right at the bottom of the knees, 80 miles an hour.
Kid's only 23 years old. Man. There's Andy Chavez. And at third is Chris Johnson. A look at defensive alignment. Johnson, Pena, Estella, and Freeman on the infield. Caddis behind the plate with Bonifacio, Upton, and Hayward in the outfield. And hopefully Andrelton Simmons will have a quick recovery after that freak accident yesterday, going to cover third and rolled his ankle. Slapped the other way through the hole. Base hit for Andy Chavez with 1 out here in the second inning.
Indy gets a fastball away, 2-seamer running away from him. It is on the outside corner. It is elevated about belt high, and he takes advantage of the hole on the left side of the infield.
Chavez aboard, 4 out of 5 in base stealing. Here's Jesus Sucre. Recalled from Tacoma back on July 8th. John Buck was cut loose by the Mariners. Day off from Mike Zunino, the Mariners' everyday catcher. Mike went 1 for 3 last night. So foul back. Sucre, 48 games at Tacoma, hit .274. Breaking ball popped out. Shortstop takes it. Pena. 2 away in the Mariners' second. Don't miss the final fireworks night of the season. It's coming up Friday, August 29th. Mariners in National Square off at 7:10. Then after the game, going to pay tribute to the Emerald City. Skyline's going to be lit up with spectacular fireworks set to a playlist that celebrates, yep, you got it, Seattle's iconic music scene. Visit Mariners.com to pick up your tickets for this fun family event. Again, the second time around, here's Austin Jackson.
And you can see the quick feet from Teheran on that pickoff move to first. We were talking about it in the first inning. Had 8 pickoffs last year, the most by a right-handed pitcher in the National League. Quick feet.
Line drive, Lestella's got it. That'll do it for the Mariners. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. 1-0 Seattle. Nothing, Mariners leading. Good look at seaplane landing at Lake Union. Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Wrap it up today with the Braves. Sox in for 4 important games, as are the 3 with the Blue Jays. Then a day off. That'll be a travel day next week, and then back to the East Coast, Detroit, Philly, and Boston. Get a healthy dose of I-95 there. Philly and Boston trips. Here's Evan Gattis, catcher. Was DHing in last night's ball game. And Mike Zunino, 17 home runs, tied for second behind Devin Mesoraco of the Reds. Line drive into the gap. Base hit.
First base hit for the Braves. Pretty good pitch off the plate away. He just reaches out right off the end of the bat. A little soft line drive out into left center. Trying to keep the ball away from him. That's a good idea. Again, 17 home runs on the year.
I'll bring up BJ Upton. Nobody in the major leagues has struck out more than he has. 139 times. Career, he's 2 for 3 against Chris Young. Starts today, 458 plate appearances and 139 Ks. Strike one. BJ at center field, hitting just .211. Earlier part of the season, he was the leadoff man for the Braves. It didn't work out real well.
And he will do that. Chase a lot of breaking balls off the plate away. Saw plenty of that when he was with the Rays. I have to say, overall, disappointment to the Braves and what he's been able to do for them.
Great throw to him, struck out. So the Chris Young, 2-2. Off the plate, as you can see there. Wrights Barrett, the whole plate umpire. And he strikes out for the 140th time. That's 4 Ks on the afternoon for Chris Young. Some play here in the third with 1 out.
Well, Chris gets prepared as well as anybody, and he goes right back to the breaking ball just off the plate away. Take a look at it in our McDonald's Supermo. There it is. Good slider off the plate away.
Brings up Ramiro Pena, switch hitter. He's playing in place of the injured Andrelton Simmons, who hurt himself covering third base last night. Rolled an ankle. That was ugly. Hopefully, he's listed as day-to-day. Hopefully he'll be back soon.
A lot of ice. Keep it elevated. Young man, he'll heal quickly, I would think.
Pass. Morrison in the right field for a base hit. Gattis will hold at second. Andy Chavez hits the cutoff man. Base hit for Pena. 2 on here, 1 out in the third.
Well, he gets a fastball down in the zone, but in the middle of the plate and finds a hole on the right side. With Gattis at first, Morrison holding him on. And we'll take a look at it. Gattis, I thought maybe he was going to have to wait for the ball to get past him. Fortunate that it didn't hit him in the foot. Chris will now work through the lineup for the second time.
Bonifacio grounded out to Cano his first time. And that's going to drop in front of Jackson. They will hold Gattis at third. So a little dunk shot by Bonifacio has loaded him up. Just that quickly.
Yeah. A couple of broken bat base hits, one by Gattis and now this one by Bonifacio. Gaddis' base hit off the end of the bat. That one jams him.
Base is loaded with Braves. A 2-hole hitter, second baseman Tommy La Stella, who's grounded into 5 double plays on the season. 6 would be really timely right here. Two and 0. Bases loaded this year. La Stella 5 for 7. 10 runs batted in. No homers. Here's the 2-1. 3-1 count.
Jackson shading towards his left center, expecting La Stella to hit the ball the other way. Hackley a little bit closer to the line.
And walks in a run. 1-1 ball game. RBI for La Stella's 25th. Gaddis scores. Everybody else moves up.
Pretty good eye by La Stella. A couple of fastballs right at the bottom of the strike zone. Just missing the bottom of the zone. 4th and 5th pitch right there.
Chris Young's first walk of the ball game proves costly. Now he's got Freddie Freeman. Base is still loaded. 1 out. Freddie struck out his first time. That's some problems. Scoring. Pena, Bonifacio, La Stella to the plate, and they got him. Damage done by Freddie Freeman. And Freddie Gonzalez out quickly to talk to Lance Barrett.
We'll take a look at it. It's a good relay. Jackson gets it in quickly to Taylor. Taylor has a strong arm. We saw that last night with the diving play that he made. Throw a little bit high, but Sucre able to make the adjustment and gets the tag down quickly. And you can see he just drops down shin guards. That stops La Stella in his slide. We'll take another look at it. But he plants his foot right in front of the plate. That is a great play by the catcher, Sucre. You have to be strong with all the momentum that La Stella had coming into the plate, and to stop him cold like that is a great play by Sucre. He's giving him the outside he has to. Now he has to make the adjustment because of the throw, and he just lands right in front of the plate. Good play.
8-6-2 on the putout. Sucre, nice athletic play. See the shadow of the ball coming in right there. There it is. Foul, back 0-2. For Atlanta, 3-run inning. For sure, try to stop the bleeding right here. 0-2 to Justin Upton. Manager can ask for umpire review. You don't have to challenge there because of plate blockage.
It's probably what Gonzalez was doing.
They wanted from his angle, from the dugout. He was thinking, hey, wait, was he blocking plate?
I think Lance Barrett, the home plate umpire, saw the same thing that we did, Dave. He just had to make an adjustment to go catch the ball. There's nothing else that he can do, and he just happened to land, his feet landing right in front of the plate. I think he was okay with that. Not much of a fight from Gonzalez.
Swing and a miss. Upton's gone, but the Braves, they put 3 on the board to take the lead 3-1 here in Seattle. Hits in the top half of the third right now. Time for a Geico. This date in MLB history. Satchel Paige, listed at 47 years old on this date, 1952, becomes the oldest pitcher to throw a complete game shutout, beat the Tigers 1-0 in 12 innings.
That is amazing.
Yes, sir.
12 innings.
And it's just a shame that there's no significant game action film recorded of Satchel Paige, Josh Gibson, and those folks back in the Negro Leagues. Read a lot, and heard a lot of great things about those men. Ackley, Cano, Morales, 2-3-4 here in the third inning. Tehran with the lead. Breaking ball 0-2. Ackley with an infield hit his first time.
He has scored the 1 run for the Mariners.
On 2 strikes. Mariners take a first inning lead. Seager, base hit to right. Scored Ackley. But now in the top of the third, an RBI bases loaded walk by La Stella and a 2-run double by Freddie Freeman. Tehran and the Braves ahead.
Oh boy.
Hit well. Deep right field. It's traveling out of here. Home run, Dustin Ackley, his 7th. It's a 3-2 ball game. Ackley with his 38th RBI, and he continues to pound the baseball since the All-Star break.
This is one of the things that we've talked about with Dustin Ackley. He has such quick hands, and when he looks out over the plate and adjusts to the fastball inside, he is so much better. That pitch right on the inside corner. The ball really jumps off of his bat. Again, you can see him just stay right behind this, pulling his hands in tight, barrels it up.
Ball 1 to Cano. It had the sound of an instant gone, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Cano walked his first time. 372 feet on that blast by Ackley. Breaking ball again.
Good curveball. Curveball is Cerrone's best pitch.
Fourth Mariner hit. Update on Ackley, 2 for 2 today. 375 since the All-Star break. 27 of 72. Mariners going to make this run here and get a playoff spot. Boy, let him continue what he's doing. Talking about Ackley. Center field for B.J. Upton. One out. Next up, Kendrys Morales. Beautiful day here in Seattle. 67 degrees. Slight breeze blowing from left field foul pole across to right field. Friday will be the Lou Piniella Hall of Fame luncheon, and then big ceremony on Saturday night. Weather said to be good for both days. One to Morales. One of the better curves we've seen from a right-hander this year.
He has really good stuff, and again in the first inning didn't have his best command, trying to figure things out. Only 23 years old, made the All-Star team this year, but he looks like he's starting to settle down now. A lot of his pitches are down in the zone, working ahead of hitters. It was a struggle in the first, but he's made some adjustments.
One, two. Morales strikes out. Fourth strikeout for Teheran. 2 down here in the third. Upcoming series, White Sox come to town. Blue Jays, 3 big ones here at Safeco Field, and then on the road at Detroit. What a pitching staff we're going to see there. With Toronto, it's a team that hits the ball out of the yard with great frequency, and the White Sox are not completely done yet in terms of the wild card chase.
It's a big homestand for the Mariners. Started off well with Felix on the mound yesterday. He will get that first game against the Blue Jays on Monday. Mariners with a great opportunity to start that series with Felix on the mound.
It's checked down to third. Ben Hoberg. Seager did go 0-2. Back. Talking about that Toronto ball club, second in batting average, third in runs, third in hits, second in homers, first in on base, second in slugging. Breaking ball hit through the hole, base hit.
Second base hit of the game for Kyle. You know, listening to those numbers with the Blue Jays, that'll be interesting because they will be going up against the best pitching staff in the American League in the Seattle Mariners. So we'll see how that works. But Kyle, his second base hit, both of them into right field. The first one was a line drive into right. Picked up an RBI, and this a base hit. Hard ground ball through the right side of the infield. Kyle has really swung the bat well all year here at Safeco Field. Came into the game with a .348 batting average at Safeco. Bring up Chris Taylor. Chris saw a variety of breaking balls his first time up. There's a good fastball to hit, and he missed it. 92 miles an hour right in the middle of the plate.
Called up on July 24th. Positive effect in this ball club. Back with a dive is Seager. Check swing.
That might work.
Stella ranging over. Everybody safe. Base hit.
Well, it was an accident. He didn't mean to do it. The defense playing back up the middle. Estella, the second baseman, playing up the middle. And a little check swing. It's just a firm push button. And pick up a base hit. So, good situation. Logan Morrison. Morrison striking out his first time up, but again, a 400 hitter against Tehran. And he's been on a pretty good run himself. 6-game hitting streak coming into the game. Picked up a base hit and an RBI last night.
There's skipper Lloyd McClendon today. Just a matter of swinging the bat, not thinking too much. See what happens. Shoot it off the end of the bat. Six men to the plate here in the third. Tehran has struck out 4, walked 1. Here in this inning, a leadoff homer to Ackley. Seager, the tying run at second base. High drive right field. Going back, Hayward looking up, and the Mariners have taken the lead on a 3-run jack by Logan Morrison with his 6th home run. Takes his RBI total to 22, his 5th career hit off of Julio Tehran. Got it on an 0-1 pitch.
That will extend his hitting streak to 7 games now. And Dave, you and I have talked about it. He's somebody, if he can get hot for the Mariners, make a big difference over the last 2 months. And this is a huge hit. With a couple of outs, the Mariners down a run. Actually gets in on his hands a little bit, gives you an idea how strong he is. His 6th home run of the year. But more importantly, picks up 3 RBIs with that swing. Gives Chris Young and the Mariners a 2-run lead.
Good to see a two-homer inning by the Mariners. Ackley a leadoff homer, and now Morrison a 3-run blast.
Two-seam fastball, wanted to get it away from him, but he leaves it in the middle of the plate.
Going back is Listella. Makes the play, but a big inning for the Mariners. 2 home runs. Nice catch by the fan out there. Ackley with a home run. A 3-run shot by Morrison. Back and forth we go. The Mariners respond with 4 in the bottom of the third to take a 5-3 lead. It's a home run by Ackley, a 3-run homer by Morrison. And the Mariners have responded quickly and regained the lead at 5-3. The hunt for a postseason berth is going to heat up next week. Robinson Cano, Kyle Seager of the Mariners host Jose Bautista, Jose Reyes of the Blue Jays for an important 3-game series. It all starts Monday night when Felix takes them out against Toronto. Make sure you're part of the exciting playoff chase. Pick up your tickets at mariners.com. Get to see Kawasaki again, too.
Yep, that's right.
Jason Hayward delayed it off.
High
Hayward,
energy.
That's, yeah, you think? Tell you what, he's contributed nicely to that ball club this year, too. Bounced up there. It'll be Hayward, Chris Johnson, and Evan Gattis. 5, 6, and 7 for the Braves. And on a line, base hit by Hayward. He has been a very hot hitter for Los Bravos. It is now time for you to tweet your photos using the hashtag MarinersFanPhoto for a chance to have it shown later in the game. Brought to you by AT&T. You
can see the Mariners clutching up this afternoon. 4 of the 5 runs coming with 2 outs.
Hayward aboard, extends his hitting streak to 4 games. Pitch there by Chris Young against Chris Johnson, who took a called 3rd strike in the 2nd inning.
I think this is a good matchup for Chris. Johnson, a good low ball hitter, and a lot of pitches from Chris will be up in the zone. That last pitch a little bit off the plate away.
Hayward back safely. Miss. 1-2. Tampa Bay Rays lead at Oakland, top of the 4th. Kiermaier, a 2-run homer. 4th inning off of Sonny Gray. 0-2 to Johnson. Morrison will take a look. Might hang in there for him. He hangs with it. Nicely done.
Tough play. He gets back in pretty good shape of fighting the sun. A little bit of wind, and he knows that short wall is coming up soon. He was a step away from it. So good concentration from Logan. Having a nice ball game. 3-run homer. Able to make that play, help his pitcher out.
Bring up Evan Gattis. Both the single to left center his first time. Chris Young really enjoying this season. Happy that he's, talking to him last week, happy that he's able to keep his team in the running pretty much in every ball game. Swing and a miss.
Happy that he's able to pitch pain-free.
Oh, no doubt about it. Coming off that long time shoulder problem this all of last year. Went 4-9 with the Mets in 2012. Going to go double-figure wins for the 3rd time in his career. Checked down to first, didn't go. Swing and a miss. 2-2. There's that high strike again.
And I see a lot of it. A lot of guys, they just can't lay off of it. They see it so well and they think they can get to it, but he'll throw a lot of pitches not only at the top of the strike zone, but like that last one up out of the zone. A lot of major league hitters to chase that pitch.
Another thing that's got to be satisfying for Chris Young with today's action. He's at 132 2/3 innings. It's the most innings he's pitched since he went for 173 back with the 07 Padres. He made the All-Star team that year, going 9-8, 3.52 ERA. Career best 179 1/3 in 06.
Couple of good pitches on the outside corner, spoiled by Gaddis.
Guy's got good plate coverage.
And another one, Chris. Good reason being careful with him. Again, Gaddis, 17 home runs on the year. All the last 3 pitches, all of them on the outside corner.
That is playable. Taylor calls off Seager. 2 away. 8-pitch confrontation with Evan Gaddis, and then I'll bring up B.J. Upton, who struck out on a 2-2 pitch. Strikeout number 140 for B.J., most in the major leagues.
He was able to get Upton to swing at some pitches off the plate away. He was throwing his breaking ball just off the plate, down and away. Kept waving at it. See if he goes right back there again. And he does.
Left center field, long run for Ackley and Jackson. Ackley's under, lost it in the sun. One hops the fence.
That's fortunate that it bounced over the fence, because with a couple of outs and Hayward's speed, he would have scored on it. He'll have to go back to third. Chris went back to the breaking ball, but that one was in the middle of the plate. Didn't get it down and away from him. And the flags are blowing from left to right, but this ball had some carry to it. Dustin goes back. Now he can't see it. And again, bouncing over the fence. A good break for the Mariners. Rick Waits, the pitching coach, is going to go out and have a conversation with Chris. And Dustin trying to let Jackson know that he can't see it. But Jackson was just too far away from it. Number 9 hitter Pena due up. Pena had a base hit his first time up. Had an off-speed pitch and was able to pull it through the hole on the right side of the infield. Chris still with an opportunity to get out of this inning with a couple of outs.
Hayward started the inning with a base hit to right. Johnson fouled out. Gaddis popped up. Now the ground rule double by B.J. Upton. 9-hole hitter Pena. Tying runs aboard. Here we go, 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. Pena again seeing action because of Andrelton Simmons' ankle injury in last night's ballgame. 1-1. Bouncing ball to Cano. Got the nice hop. And Chris Young survives. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Mariners still leading at 5-3. Here in Seattle, you look at Safeco Field where the Mariners have a 5-3 lead. Step up to the plate. Hit one out of the park with savings on Sound Transit. Rethink your commute and visit soundtransit.org. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Well, day baseball midweek. Wrapping up this series with the Braves, trying to complete a season series. Mariners swept 2 in Atlanta. Next up, the Chicago White Sox. CenturyLink link to what's next. Roetta Salias will take the mound against Scott Carroll. Then Quintana against Iwakuma. Then Wesley against Paxton. Mariners haven't made up their mind on the Sunday starter against left-hander John Danks. There's Jesus Sucre to lead it off. Bottom of the 4th. Sucre popped up to the shortstop his first time. Sucre, Austin, Jackson, and Ackley, 9-1-2. Just joining us, you missed some Mariner fireworks in the 3rd inning. Ackley led off with a homer. And with 2 men aboard, Logan Morrison, his 5th career hit off of Tehran, hit a 3-run homer and regained the lead for the Mariners.
The Mariners have made him work hard again coming into the game. Having a good year, a 2.69 ERA, opponent's average against just 2.25. Morrison, the only Mariner that has seen Tehran and had success. He was a 400 hitter before the home run and drives in 3 runs with it, but they've made him work. Pitch count getting up on him, 63 pitches, 43 strikes.
And home run for Morrison, his first since July 11th against Oakland. Sucre swinging a miss. He's gone. 5th strikeout for Tehran. 1 away in the 4th. Top of the order, Austin Jackson for the 3rd time. A strikeout and a line out today.
Last time up, getting a slider that was away from him. Hit it hard, but right at La Stella, the second baseman.
Here's the 0-1. Well, Mariners going to like having this young man in center field move forward. Really covered. And having had so much experience at Comerica Park, going to feel right here, right at home here at Safeco Field. 2 spacious ballparks, 2 away. Time for a Seattle City Light power play, and you gotta like this. 1-2 pitch leading off the 3rd. Kaboom!
For Dustin Ackley, his 7th home run of the year. He's hit 3 home runs in the last week and a half. Again, been a hot hitter since the All-Star break. He's 2 for 2 this afternoon. Scored a couple of runs and obviously drove himself in with that home run.
Quick inning for Tehran as shortstop Pena is going to give way to the center fielder Upton. And the Mariners go 1-2-3 in the 4th. The lead 5-3 as Tehran uses just 5 pitches in this frame. for the sweep against Atlanta, and we've got another Coors Light Silver Bullet Saturday, August 9th. It's against the White Sox. First 400 fans 21 and older in the pen during early happy hour at the Rail Bar. You're going to get a Silver Bullet Saturday t-shirt and extended happy hour pricing until first pitch. Plus, you can catch a specially marked Coors Light ball during Mariners BP that day, and you know what? It'll win you tickets to an upcoming ball game.
This will be an interesting inning for Chris Young. Third time through the lineup. Bonifacio, the leadoff hitter, stepping in, and for Chris with a 2-run lead, qualifies if he can get through this inning, looking for his 10th win on the year. 67 pitches for him, 45 strikes. $19 batters base, 12 first pitch strikes, in good shape there.
Bonifacio got some speed, and the elements he brings to the Braves. Just the 4th series for the Mariners against Atlanta. Last time they got together was here at Safeco Field in 2011. Jackson cruising over. That was the last time before this two-game series in 11, and then in 08 Mariners played at Atlanta, went 1-2, and then in 03 was the first meeting, and the Mariners won 2 out of 3. Tommy La Stella, the hitter. This is loaded walk, and a fly to center. Strike one. Great start to this 9-game homestand last night with a victory for the Mariners. Now 7-10 since the All-Star break. Well, the Braves struggling. They've lost 7 consecutive games. Punch foul. Ball one from Chris. Jackson way over the left center field and not deep for La Stella. High.
He's tried to get him to chase a couple of pitches off the plate away, and La Stella hasn't done it.
Full count. Jackson in his tracks, has to give some ground, and he's there. In the right locale, just had to drop back a little bit, 2 away.
Really good play by Jackson. Line drive, that's the toughest play. The thing that he did is he drops his left foot, didn't make a decision right away. A lot of outfielders would take a step in if they're not sure. He just froze, and then when he saw that the ball was going to be a little bit deeper, was able to get back in plenty of time. Played that one perfectly. We saw a little bit of that from Bonifacio last night in center field. He took a couple steps in twice in the game and had to go back, and was fortunate to get back on one. Was not able to get back on the ball that Taylor hit.
1-2 to Freddie Freeman. Strikeout victim, and delivered a 2-run double 3rd inning. One and two to Freeman. Rama. Two and two. Freddie Freeman having a heck of a year. 15 home runs and 60 runs batted in, third on the team in homers and second in RBIs to Justin Upton. 2-2. Took a lot off.
Able to get a piece of it.
They got a piece of Sucre as well.
Long at bat for Freeman. You see that quite a bit with Chris on the mound. He'll have a couple of guys in the lineup. Well, they'll fight him pretty good, and we've seen that in this one today. His pitch count starting to climb on him. Next pitch will be 85 working here in the fifth.
2-2. Off the plate.
But the good news for the Mariners, they had Monday off, and of course Felix going 8 innings yesterday. The bullpen in great shape.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Justin Upton on deck. 3-2 pitch. Lined into right center field. Jackson gets it back in. So a base hit for Freddie Freeman, who's 2 for 3 in the afternoon.
Ninth pitch of the at bat, and this pitch right at the top of the strike zone as you look at our McDonald's Supermo. Tried to throw a little cutter, try to get it in on his hands. Didn't quite get it there.
Justin Upton struck out twice. To Justin. Joe Beimel start heating up. Well, it's Tom Wilhelmsen. Young's got a 1-1 pitch coming. 2-1.
A lot of pitches in the inning. 23 pitches. Next pitch will be 90 for the game.
And there for a strike. Count even to 2-2. 2 outs and a man at first.
Chris's season high 108 pitches. That was against Baltimore.
2-2. Struck him out. Big strikeout for Chris Young. Through 5. He struck out 6 3 times. He K'd Justin Upton a 5-3 Mariner lead. home runs back in the third. Some Mariner offense, and that's the topic here. Bill Kruger, our senior baseball analyst, joins us right now. Bill, your thoughts on the offensive production here so far?
Well, Dave, it's been big. The 3-run homer by Morrison, of course, a solo shot by Dustin Ackley, and that seems obvious. The Mariners don't slug very well, last in the American League in slugging. Home runs are great, but I really think it's more than that. It's so critical, Dave, to their offensive production. I mean, they're 37-16 when they homer. They're 21-38 when they don't. This isn't a team you say to yourself, well, why don't they manufacture runs? Well, they don't walk, and they don't really hit for a high average. They really need to take every opportunity to swing when they got people on base and hopefully slug a little bit. Slugging is more than just homers. Doubles, triples, home runs. That's what they need to win. Today they got it in spades. Great to see it come from first base.
Well, I agree with you, Bill, and I think it's also good to see the Mariners scoring 4 out of the 5 runs with 2 outs, clutching up. The one thing that they have done well for the most part this year is hit with runners in scoring position. They've been above that 250 average, which, as you know, is quite a jump for them, what we've seen over the last 3 or 4 years. But I think the home runs certainly will help, and you're right, at first base. Logan Morrison is somebody that can be big for them over the last 2 months of the year. So I think it's great to see, and of course we both also know what their record is when they score more than 4 runs because of the strength of their pitching staff. And I made the comment, I think the bullpen is in pretty good shape, and how big are those guys going to be the rest of the way out for them?
Oh, they're going to be huge. The grade 8. I mean, you got 6 righties and 2 lefties, and there's no slippage as you go along. And of course, Lloyd McClennan's had the benefit of that. He can just line these guys up like bowling pins and then just knock them down.
Here's Cano down the right field line, bobbled by Hayward a couple of times, and Robbie's in with a double.
What I'm getting at is most teams, when you chase the starter, like it looks like Chris Young's out of the ballgame, I may or may not be correct on that. Normally you're going to get a softer part of the bullpen with most teams, even good teams, because the elite guys usually don't get there till the 7th or 8th. But you're talking about elite people top to bottom. Whether it's Joe Beimel or Wilhelmsen in this ball game, or a lot of times Maurer and Leone, both those guys above the 95 line with wipeout sliders. This parade starts early and it's tough, and that's what's allowed the Mariners to play in so many games and keep their bullpen fresh. Today we're going to see that breath play out.
Well, I think for myself, you and I both have been around this organization for a long time and seen a lot of baseball games. I agree with you. I think top to bottom, this is the best bullpen that they've ever had, and it's been critical for them, and it's the reason why they've been able to not only stay in games but win a number of games, Bill. And I think that for them it's going to be important. I also think that Lloyd has done a good job managing that bullpen over the course of the summer, understanding that they're at that point now, we're in August, to where how critical they're going to be. So some great comments, Bill. Thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you after this game is over.
Okay, Mike. Thank you.
Good opportunity for the Mariners. Leadoff double for Cano. See if Morales can move him along.
26 double for Robbie. It did go. That Hobart. Cano with his 26th double takes over the team lead.
James Russell, the left-hander, he pitched in last night's ball game, getting loose. Tehran right now at 75 pitches. He has not been sharp this afternoon. The Mariners have been able to take advantage of that.
Mariners jump on top. First inning RBI single by Seager against Freddie Gonzalez's crew. Third inning, bases loaded walk to Listel, and a 2-run double by Freddie Freeman puts Atlanta in front 3-1, and then an immediate response by the Mariners. Home run by Ackley and a 3-run shot by Morrison. Three and 1 count. Kendrys Morales.
Mariners 2 for 4 this afternoon with runners in scoring position.
And Morales will take his base on balls. That is the second walk issued by Tehran. A couple of men aboard here in the 5th inning for Kyle Seager. A reminder that this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Roger McDowell,
yeah.
Good reliever in his day.
Heavy sinker, Roger McDowell. pitching coach for the Braves, having a conversation with his young right-hander. Again, Teheran, just 23 years old, an all-star this year. As you take a look at James Russell, the lefty, getting loose. Kyle Seager due up. Kyle picked up an RBI his first time up in the first inning. Able to drive Ackley home. His 68th RBI on the year.
A great opportunity here for Seager. Picked up his 68th RBI. Team leader in that category. Cano is second. 62.
We've seen the ball well off of him. 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored.
0-1. Here comes the 1-0. Cold foul. Boy, he hit that hard. Two-hit day for Kyle. 5 for 23 on the road trip. Got a 1-1 pitch. Through the hole again. A 3 for 3 day. Bases are loaded. They hold Cano at third. Bases loaded. Nobody out here in the 5th inning. 3 for 3 day for Kyle Seager. 3 hits to right.
Well, he's found this hole on the right side and back-to-back at bats. Pitch away from him. They're trying to get him to hit into the double play, but he finds a hole on the right side of the infield. Mariners are now 3 for 5 with runners in scoring position.
Tampa Bay leads Oakland 4-0. Rays have the bases loaded top of the 5th. Taylor can do some damage here. Blocked by Gaddis, ball 1.
This will probably be the last hitter for Teheran. We saw the left-hander getting loose, and with Logan Morrison on deck, who's already hit a 3-run homer and had a 400 average against Teheran before the game started. I'm sure that's who he's getting loose for, the lefty. Big at bat for Chris Taylor. Base hit his last time up.
A.J. Upton in center, shading towards right center field. Big gap in left center. In tight. 2-0. Pitch, bases loaded, nobody out. Left field, Bonifacio is there. Tagging is Cano, and he'll score easily. Bonifacio, not much of an arm, just got it back in the infield. Chris Taylor picks up an RBI, 6-3 Mariners. 3rd RBI for Taylor. And for Chris Taylor, that's his first big league sacrifice fly. As we take a look at our Columbia Bank difference of the game, we take you back to Lomo's at bat. Morrison in the 3rd. Mike.
Long home run, drives in 3. That was a big home run. The Mariners were down a run at the time, but he gives them a 2-run lead. Now stretched to 3 runs after that sac fly by Taylor. Lomo with a 7-game hitting streak with that home run. And Gonzalez is going to leave his right-hander out there.
Put an exclamation point on this day. Nope. Ground ball double play opportunity. Return 2. Mariners do get 1 run out of this outing. In the 5th inning, the lead now 6-3. Down south of there, you've got the Mariners leading 6-3. Chris Young, he's in line to get the win if the Mariners can hold on here. It'll be his 10th of the year.
Yeah, 5 innings pitched for him, 7 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. Just 1 walk, that was a key for him. 6 strikeouts, 8 strikeouts, a season high for him. 92 pitches, he threw 60 strikes. As Dave mentioned, in line for the win. He'll turn it over to the bullpen.
Mom entertaining the 2 lads. Taking in some of the statuary. Fascinated by the fountains. We've seen that over the years. Joe Beimel takes over.
His 40th appearance on the air, and he has pitched well for the Mariners. A 1.34 ERA, 3-1 record for him. Opponent's hitting just .225.
Joe has been outstanding coming out of the bullpen.
I'll tell you what, I think back to spring training, and I was wondering how he was going to fit in with all the power arms that the Mariners have and what he was going to be capable of doing. Obviously, he had played in Pittsburgh when Lloyd was there and had some experience, but he has just been great for them out of the pen. He's done a good job pitching in these middle innings, holding teams right where they're at.
Exactly. Missed the entire 2012 season. Veteran has been around, no panic. Everything under control. First pitch strike to Jason Hayward. Hayward 1 for 2 today. Big breaking ball, 0-2. Well, Helmson's up. Beimel back after Tommy John surgery in 2012.
We'll see how Lloyd wants to play it. Hayward, the one lefty. Then you have 3 right-handed hitters due up. Johnson, Gaddis, and Upton. BJ Upton all due up after him. That's why Tom is getting loose in the pen.
Breaking ball served into center field. Jackson's got to play it on a hot base hit. 2-hit day for Jason Hayward.
And Lloyd out of the dugout.
He's going to mix and match the rest of the way.
Well, we mentioned it, the bullpen in great shape, so he's going to use it this afternoon. And he's on his way out to get Tom Wilhelmsen.
So the parade of bullpen guys begins here. And as we get a break, we can tell you that Tampa Bay leads at Oakland 7-0. Bottom of the 5th inning. Mariners lead here 6-3. Top of the 6th. Sweep. The Atlanta Braves. Don't you love the wacky race for the wild card Wild cards in the American League. Look at that. The Angels and Blue Jays have the top 2 positions. After that, Kansas City, the Yankees, the Mariners, Indians, and the White Sox still not out of it. White Sox come to town for 4 big games. And here's a look. Your CenturyLink link to what's next. Pitching matchups. Carroll against Elias Quintana. Well, he was tough. We saw him in Chicago. Iwakuma. Noes, he was a winner against the Mariners. James Paxton, glad to have him back. John Danks, he's got pretty good career numbers against the Mariners, and Lloyd has yet to make a decision on his Sunday starter.
Tom Wilhelmsen will take over. A 2.25 ERA, 51 strikeouts in the 60 innings he has worked. Opponents hitting just 170.
Quick one to Chris Johnson. We mentioned John Danks. He took the loss in last night's 16-0 defeat at the hands of Texas. He went 9 earned runs in 4 2/3.
Maybe the Mariners starting to catch a few breaks. We talked about last night with the Braves making a couple of errors to help them out, and then Chris Sale. Have a 4-game series and you're going to miss Chris Sale. Well, that's a break. He is pitching today against the Rangers. So the Mariners miss Sale.
Once was enough back in Chicago.
Agreed.
That was just phenomenal what he did. Dominant performance. Texas a 3-1 victory over the Sox today. 2-1 pitch coming to Chris Johnson. 0 for 2 today. I get fooled on that one. 2-2.
Good fastball, 96 miles an hour. Well in off the plate. I think it surprised him. Tom has the good fastball. He can be 95 to 98 miles an hour. Also mix in a cutter, which is what he started him off with at 93. Of course, the big curveball, 12-6 curveball, and a changeup to the left-handers.
2-2 pitch. Missed by much. You hear the crowd oohing and eyeing. Another good crowd on hand. 24,496 last evening. Upwards of 30,000 here today on this breezy Wednesday. Payoff pitch here to Johnson. And fooled him again. 1 out here in the 6th. There's affordable family fun at every BECU family night this season. Pick up select view level tickets for only $10. The next event is Monday when King Felix and the Mariners take on the Blue Jays. Grab seats for your family. Better get them now. Mariners.com. We're talking about Chris Sale. Took the loss today. 6 innings, a 3-hit, 2-run ball. K'd 9 and gave up a home run as Texas wins 3-1.
Well, the other part about Chicago, they have struggled to score runs lately. Just 9 runs over their last 4 games. So Mariners pitching staff, stay away from that Abreu guy, and he should be in pretty good shape.
How about that guy?
He's having just a great year.
He went 0 for 3 today, but he's hitting .304. Look at Evan Gattis, dangerous hitter, 1 for 2, single in the 3rd, single to left. He's got a good breaking ball today.
And a hard slider to the right-handers. Hey, look at the last swing. Again, they're getting ready for the 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and you have to make a decision as a hitter. Tough to lay off of that pitch when he throws it in that location. It looks like it's going to be above the knees on the outside corner, and it just disappears on you. What a curve.
Froze him. And no complaint by Gattis. That was a dandy pitch by Tom Wilhelmsen.
We'll take a look at it. 12-6 curveball, one of the best ones in the American League. And you see a lot of that when he throws that pitch. Hitters just cannot pull the trigger on it. Buckles his knees, and it's over with.
Here and change ago. And Tom had it rolling. Boy, that pitch. He threw that with regularity to good results. Here's a guy you would think would be made to order for him. B.J. Upton, who strikes out a lot. He got a ground rule double bounce on over the fence in left center field last time up. 140 strikeouts, most in the major leagues. 2-1.
It's just a good fastball, top of the strike zone. It's a nice luxury to have. Ball behind 2-0 and then just challenge him. Able to throw it by him.
Three and one. One from Big Tom, and he loses Upton. Brings a tying run to the plate. Ramiro Pena.
Pena 1 for 2 with a run scored.
Outfield tilted a little bit towards left and not deep. High chopper to Cano. And thank you for sliding head first. No runs. 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. 6-3 Mariners. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. Look at this day in Seattle, huh? You folks around the country, huh? Huh? Look at that, 6-3. Mariners lead. There's a fan of Larry Wayne, Chipper Jones. He'll be headed to the Hall of Fame in a few years. How about that slide into first? Robinson Cano. Is he writing out a thank you card right now?
Well, you and I always talk about it. Sometimes you can't help yourself, but it's always a bad play. The only time is if you can see the first baseman off the bag and you're trying to avoid a tag. Other than that, you should always run through it. And maybe that was the difference on the play of him not beating it out. Good play by Cano on the chopper. Able to get rid of it quickly.
There's that step. Yeah, he's going to beat it.
Thank you.
It's Coach Mike Blowers, everybody. His DVDs are available at 1-800-DON'T-SLIDE. Holy Tony.
The chance of injury, and I don't think you get there any faster.
And Superman is a cartoon. He's in good shape. He runs pretty well, right?
And again, I appreciate the hustle and the desire, but just not a real good play.
Mariners benefit. Well, it does look like he went to work today.
It is dirty, isn't it? Yeah. That's the reason why my 15-year-old son does it.
Take kid to work today, and you can just lean on him right on TV right now.
We've had our discussions. We've had our discussions about it.
I'm sure you have.
No.
You get that blood pressure up a little bit.
He knows. He knows better now.
Glad you both can smile about it. Gaddis held on.
Good play. Oh, no, he's saying it hit the ground. Gaddis thought he caught it cleanly, but it hits the ground.
Good sell job by Gaddis.
Let's take a look at it.
Yep. He sold it well, though. Nice job by Lance Barrett. It's not his third rodeo either.
Oh, this might work. Stay fair.
Man, we've seen a couple here. We were in Baltimore, saw some Baltimore chops. It's amazing. And if you go back and read about John J. McGraw, that was a big part of offense back in those days. Bottle bat it, chop down on it, bounce it off the plate. You got a bag. Good first base with
the
a base hit.
The old butcher boy.
Oh, my goodness. India 1-for-2 day for him.
This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. 92 pitches now for Tehran. I thought he was going to be done last inning, but Gonzalez staying with him.
36-year-old against the 23-year-old here. James Russell, he's ready.
He's been up a couple of times in the pen. Again, he pitched last night.
Pounds it down to Pena. One away. Hey fans, follow every Mariners game with MLB.com at bat on your favorite mobile phone or tablet. Get live look-ins, instant replays, score, stats, audio, free MLB.tv game of the day and more. Download on the App Store or visit Mariners.com today. This is Sucre 0-for-2, popped to short and strikeout. Great seats all around, and looking forward to getting that final attendance tally. I think it's going to be a good one. Don't forget not to overlook the White Sox by any stretch of the imagination. But with Toronto coming to town next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they're always a good draw here in Seattle. And given what's at stake, probably be even more Blue Jay fans down here. So you don't want, if you're a Mariner faithful, you don't want to be shouted down by the Blue Jay fans. Get your tickets to that 3-game series. And coming up on the road, 3 games at Detroit. Very well could see.
If you're a fan of good pitching,
oh baby,
that's the series you want to watch with the Mariners pitching staff and what the Tigers are doing.
You can see 3 Cy Young Award winners going after the Mariners. That one taken care of by Tehran. Yeah, with their pitching and the Mariner pitching, you'd be looking at anybody. It'll be an accomplishment to score 3-4 more runs in a game.
And at the start of that series against Toronto, Felix will be going Monday, and it was great to see the Kings Court. Extra sections last night. It was a lot of fun, a lot of electricity in the ballpark. So get out and fill that section up again. That was fun.
Lloyd said you could feel it in the dugout. The guys really responded to it. He said, and not just Felix's fans. He said the fans in general talking about last night, almost 25,000. And here comes the attendance right now.
Not to mention every time Felix goes out there now, another opportunity to extend his record.
30,770 on hand here at Safeco Field. You stayed over from last night, you think?
Well, night day, why not?
It'll be interesting to watch Austin Jackson going back to Detroit, playing against his old team.
He may be here till Monday.
Up and in.
Watch out.
Duran struck out 5. He's walked 2, giving up 2 home runs. They both came in the 3rd inning. Lead off homer by Ackley and a 3-run blast by Morris. Freddie Gonzalez's club in jeopardy of losing its 8th consecutive ball game. Ground ball, Pena. Nice friendly hop. And a 1-2-3-6. 7th inning coming up at sunny Safeco Field in Seattle. A 6-3 Mariner lead. Against the Atlanta Braves, Lou Piniella. He's going to become the 8th member of the Mariners Hall of Fame during a special pregame ceremony on Saturday. Text Lou, L-O-U, to 71532 to win 2 tickets in the commissioner's box for that night and your very own bobblehead of Sweet Lou. Not a bad deal. Get on it. For more information, visit Mariners.com. Text Lou, L-O-U, to 71532. Dominic Leone takes over. 4th pitcher today.
Another power arm out of the pen for the Mariners. 2.18 ERA, 49 strikeouts to 17 walks. Opponent hitting .231 against Dominic. Good fastball. He'll be 95 miles an hour with a hard slider.
Bonifacio, Estella, and Freeman top the order here in the 7th. Mariners scored first inning. RBI single Kyle Seager. Top of the 3rd. Bases loaded walk to Listella and Freddie Freeman. A 2-run double put Atlanta in a lead 3-1. And then bottom of that inning, Mariners come right back. Ackley a leadoff homer and a 3-run homer by Morrison. And they add a run in the 5th. Sacrifice fly by Chris Taylor.
Charlie Furbush getting loose in the pen. There's Charlie. A couple of left-handers do up Listella and Freeman. Bonifacio a switch hitter.
Elio today 1 for 3 runs scored. Seager in on the grass, well in on the grass now at 3rd, 2-0. First strike of the ball game, 2-1. Chris Young in line to get the victory. It would be his 10th against 6 losses. Mariners can carry this through. Two and two. Chris went 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, a walk, 6 strikeouts, 92 pitches, 60 for strikes. Taylor throws over to Morrison to retire Bonifacio for the first out here in the 7th inning. Mariners can already promise a clutch hit when they take on the White Sox Friday at 7:10. That's because it's EQC Girls Night Out, and when you purchase a specially priced ticket, you're going to pick up a Mariners fashionable clutch. This great accessory, a ticket to the game and your first drink. They're available for as low as $25, only at mariners.com/girls. Tommy La Stella lined out the center, his last at bat. 2 strike. Bases loaded, walk in the 3rd. This guy to center in the 1st. Ball in the strike. Braves leave here, and they go home for a nice homestand. Left field, Ackley's tracking, long run, and he makes a play.
A little bit of a snow cone. I'm not sure if it hit the heel and ran up his glove. Austin Jackson, pretty good laugh, but he's able to hang on to it. You can see that right on the heel of the glove and the end of the webbing. Fortunate that he was able to get it back into the webbing before he hit the wall out in left field. Good play. Again, the sun, it's tough these day games.
And again, that's a glove that Jason Bay gave to him. And I remember talking to Ackley after he took that home run away in the Mets series. He said, once that ball goes in there, I got it. He's not kidding. Jason Bay gave him that glove. It was already broken in. Here's Cano off his glove, and an infield base hit for Freddie Freeman. 3-hit day for Freddie.
Not sure when he went to go pick it up again, I'm not sure he had a real good grip on it, because typically he will get more on the throw. Close play, but it looks like Freeman beat it out. So maybe a little bit of a change up across the diamond.
2 outs, a man aboard. So Freddie, a 3-for-4 day. And Cano will have another opportunity on that. Both teams with 9 hits. 6-3 Mariners. Trying to go 8-10 since the All-Star break. While Freeman's enjoying a 3-for-4 day, a nightmare for Justin Upton. He's K'd 3 times. The Braves would go home to play Washington for 3, the Dodgers for 4, and Oakland for 3. Mariners still have to face the Phillies out of the NL East, last place. 11 games back starting today, and I'll also see at the end of this month the first place team, the Nationals, who are up 3 on Atlanta. We're going to see Miami and the Mets.
I think if Leon ends up losing Upton here, if Charlie ready to go to face Hayward, the left-handed hitter waiting on deck.
2-1.
Good fastball on the outside corner, 95 miles an hour.
Upton, strike away from the golden sombrero. Upton almost a Mariner a couple of years ago. Mariners trying to obtain him from Arizona. Pitch. And there it is. What size do you need? 4 strikeouts of Justin Upton today. Dominic Leone strands a runner. We go to the home 7th, 6-3 Mariners. By Washington's lottery and the Department of Imagination. What would you do if you won? Good to have you with us as you look at how this day is materialized here at Safeco Field. Mariners have a 6-3 lead. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Great crowd on hand, 30,770. As the Mariners trying to get Chris Young a win. The Mariners trying to stay on a winning track as they pursue a playoff spot here in the American League.
Well, Tehran, yeah, he hot pitcher coming into this one, but the Mariners did some damage to his ERA today. 6 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 101 pitches for him. He threw 68 strikes. He also gave up a couple of home runs. James Russell will take over his 48th appearance on the year. 3.25 ERA. Opponent's batting average 2.11. One of those home runs off of Tehran. Dustin Ackley.
How about his day? 2 for 3. Got an infield hit, run scored in the first inning, and the home run leading off the 3rd.
7th home run of the year.
Mariners are a different club when he's hitting at the clip he's at right now. Fooled. 2-1. Ackley, Cano, and Morales here in the home 7th on this beautiful Wednesday. James Russell, inning of work last evening, gave up 1 hit. Counts run full. Swing and a miss. Ackley's gone. One away here in the 7th. Here's Angie Mente.
Guys, the Mariners had a good day yesterday, but really it was a great day because most of the teams in front of them for that second wild card spot lost. The Toronto Blue Jays lost, the Yankees lost. As far as what's going on today, of course, we hope the Mariners stay true and this holds up. We got the Tigers and the Yankees, Verlander versus Capuano. Baltimore going up against Toronto. Hopefully they can knock them off again. Wei-Yin Chen versus Drew Hutchinson. And then Kansas City and Arizona, a little interleague matchup later today at 6:40. Guys?
All right, Angie, here's Robinson Cano taking strike one. Robbie with a walk, a fly to center, and a double to right field. That was back in the fifth. One out, nobody on, and a 1-1 pitch. Right off.
He was expecting to get the fastball. A little slider on the outside corner.
Cano, a .296 hitter against lefty pitching. .350 against right-handers. Soft again, 2-2. Another base hit for Cano.
Maybe a double.
He's hard out of the box. He's going all the way. Here's the throw by Hayward offline. A stand-up hustle double. Robinson Cano. 2 doubles today. 27 on the season. Team leader in that category.
Pretty good pitch. Pitches down and away right on the outside corner. He stays with it. Hits it hard back up in the middle just to the right of the second baseman, La Stella. Dave mentioned a hustle double. Key to it is you have to run hard out of the box, and he is. Hayward with a strong arm in right field, but he tests him. Throw offline. Back-to-back doubles for Cano.
th double for Robbie. Brings up Morales 0 for 2 with a walk. He's due for a good AB here. Still trying to get back to the form he showed last year. The Mariners in home runs and RBIs.
Well, 0 for 2 hitting left-handed. Maybe turning around and hitting from the right side will help. Mariners 3 for 6 with runners in scoring position this afternoon.
Behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Goes foul. That has made that family's day. Braves family. Souvenir baseball. 0-2 here. Hit the other way, base hit. Cano coming around third. Hayward, the throw way offline. Cut off by Freeman. There you go. Morales with an RBI single. 7-3 Mariners. Morales' 24th run batted in.
Well, you never know. Maybe we talked about it with switch hitters. Sometimes they just feel better from one side of the plate to the other. And from Morales, 0 for 2, hitting left-handed. Here's a base hit, hitting right-handed. And a look at Cano out at second base. Good secondary lead. He runs hard right away, and they're going to send him.
7 runs on 11 hits for the Mariners. Here's Seager looking at a strike.
Charlie Furbush getting loose again in the Mariners pen.
Most runs the Mariners have scored since they put up 13 back on July 1 at Houston, a 13-2 run away. Bonifacio on the case. 2 outs. Mariners scored 6 runs at Baltimore, 6 runs at Cleveland on the recently completed road trip. They had 6 against Oakland here back on the 12th of July. 13 against Houston. Pitching change. Freddie Gonzalez coming out. 2 outs, a run in, and a runner on. And we'll take this timeout. Come back right after this. Mariners lead 7-3. Power this afternoon, a 7-3 lead, bottom of the 7th inning. Glad to have you with us here on Root Sports at Safeco Field in Seattle. Dave Sims along with Mike Flowers and the Root Sports crew. Anthony Vivaro takes over the mound. A Mariner back in 2010 in 4 games.
3-3 record, a 2.91 ERA, 43 strikeouts to 10 walks. He will get Chris Taylor. Chris having a good afternoon. He is 1 for 2. Scored a run and picked up an RBI. Lloyd McClendon moving him up to the 6th spot at the start of today's game. He had been hitting 9th.
Vivaro in 2010 with the Mariners 0-1, an ERA of 11.25 in 4 games. Pitched 4 innings. 6 hits, gave up 5 runs, all earned. Oh, 2. Here's ball 1. 1 out double by Cano. Morales followed with an RBI single. Make it 7-3 here in the 7th. Two and 2. Taylor, huge gap in left center. 2-2 pitch. Worked it to a full count after being behind early. Morgan Morrison on deck. Toss takes off. Pitch fouled off. Mariner RBIs today. Ackley's got 1, Morales 1, Seager 1, Taylor 1, and 3 for Morrison. Three-two to Taylor. Walked it. 2-minute board here for the Mariners. Guevara was ahead 0-2, and then Taylor wins that battle. Root Sports looking for the ultimate Northwest Mariner fan in the state of Idaho throughout the month of August. Send us your photo and story using hashtag UltimateNWFan ID or by email at ultimatefan@rootsports.com, and you could win a VIP trip for 2 to Seattle. That's coming up in the month of September. Personalized jersey and more. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. There's Logan Morrison, 2 aboard. He homered in the 3rd inning with a couple of men on. Off the end of the bat. Flying over is Johnson to retire him. Mariners get a run on 2 hits, no errors, leave 2, 7-3 lead. Charlie Furbush will take over.
Are more than doubling up the Braves 7-3. Hi everyone, Angie Mentink here. Right now it is time for our AT&T fan photo of the game, and I am impressed with Steven because he apparently got all the way to the top of Mount St. Helens. He says that he is staying true to the blue, right on the ridge there. Remember to tweet your photos to hashtag Mariners fan photo for a chance to have it shown in upcoming broadcasts. And guys, I'm not going to lie, I did not know that you could get that close to the crater there at Mount St. Helens. Who knew? I didn't.
Good stuff. I like it. There you go. That is outstanding. Mike will be up there one day.
He's a little too close to the edge there for me. No, thank you. Charlie Furbush will take over. Charlie, ERA just over 4, 33 strikeouts in the 31 and the 3rd innings that he has pitched. Opponent's hitting .264.
5, 6, and 7 coming up for Atlanta. Jason Hayward will lead it off. 2 for 3 day for him.
Medina getting loose in the pen. You have Hayward the lefty, and then 3 right-handed hitters after that. Mariners will play him straight up on the infield and the outfield.
Hayward with 2 hits today, 9 for his last 16, 4-game hitting streak.
There's a look at Medina.
Braves got their runs. 3 of them in the 3rd. Stella bases loaded walk and a 2-run double by Freddie Freeman. Ball 2 strikes.
For Charlie, his fastball will be in the low 90s. He also throws a slider in the low 80s.
Bouncing ball to Cano. Away. Here's Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson, the 3rd baseman, struck out looking, fouled out to Morrison, and struck out swinging. Wilhelmsen got him, made him look bad, leading off with man aboard in the 6th inning.
Well, with a 4-run lead and 1 out, nobody on. Lloyd McClendon is going to stay with his left-hander.
Easy play for Seager. Bring 2 outs. 2-way here in the 8th. Catch the season debut of Seahawks. All access tonight at 10:30. Get exclusive player interviews and Seahawks stories you can't find anywhere else. If you do miss tonight's episode, tune in for re-airs throughout the week on Root Sports. For your local programming schedule, visit rootsports.com.
Going to bring up Gaddis. Gaddis is 1 for 3, had a base hit in the 3rd inning and scored a run. Having a good year. 277 with 17 home runs on the year.
Ball 1 to Evan. Foul. White Sox are coming to town. Blue Jays coming to town. Get your tickets. As this homestand, a 9-gamer unfolds here in Seattle. 1-1 to Gaddis. Oh, 2 strikes. Gaddis, big man out of Dallas, 6'4", 240. Different looking batting style, but it works for him. Slaps this one in right field for a base hit. Chavez gets it back. 2-hit day for Evan.
And that will bring out Lloyd McClendon. So he's going to get Medina.
Charlie gets a couple of groundouts, gives up a base hit. Uravis Medina will take over. Looking to get the final out of the 8th inning. We'll be right back. Mariners lead at 7-3.
The horizon tomorrow and Friday, a couple of night games. Chris Young going today, then it's Rowan Elias, Sashi Iwakuma over the next 2 games. And then Saturday, our coverage for Lou Piniella night gets going at 4:30, first pitch a couple of hours later. Sunday, day game here early. We have all 3 night games against the Toronto Blue Jays, but then against the Tigers. Got to focus. We get into the Eastern time zone. The kids can pay attention and watch this one. A couple of 3:30 starts for our coverage. And then up early on the 17th, 9:30 a.m. we get everything going. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Angie. There's a look at what's coming up, and here's Medina to take over in the 8th inning with a man aboard and 2 outs.
He has really pitched well for the Mariners this year. 2.39 ERA, 36 strikeouts and 37 2/3. Opponents hitting just 194 against him. For Medina, good fastball. He'll be in the mid-90s and a hard slider. Then we get B.J. Upton. Upton 1 for 2. He had a double back in the 4th inning. He's also had a strikeout and a walk.
Gaddis at first. Braves, they've lost 7 consecutive ball games. Ball 1. VJ. There's Evan Gaddis, base hit to right with 2 outs here in the 8th. One to B.J. Upton. Glorious day here in Seattle if you're just joining us. 67 degrees at first pitch. Great crowd, 30,770. They've been entertained by Mariner offense today. A couple of home runs in the 3rd inning. Ackley a leadoff blast and a 3-run homer by Logan Morrison later on in that frame. So Medina's ahead 1-2.
A couple of good fastballs. 95 and the last one 96 miles an hour.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
They want to get him out with the slider, but Medina has missed badly with the 2 sliders that he's thrown Upton.
Two pitch, 2 outs. They're not holding Gaddis at first. Strike 3 called. Put a bender in there, and B.J. Upton took it for called. Strike 3. He struck out twice today. His brother's K'd 4 times. Mariners a 7-3 lead. Mariners lead 7-3. That's a big part of it. But look at what's happening on Lake Washington for the Stan Sayers pit. Good look at Mount Baker in the background. Sailing, sailing.
Great day for it. Calm waters.
White Sox are next in town after the Braves leave. Our CenturyLink link to what's next. Carroll against Elias. Got Quintana against Iwakuma. Hector Noesi faces old teammates. James Paxton will be his opponent, and John Danks against a starter still to be named.
Really looking forward to seeing Paxton in his second outing since coming back from the disabled list. Jaime will take over. 2.84 ERA. Only 6 1/3 for him. 10 strikeouts though. Opponent's hitting 182.
Chavez leads off, takes a strike. Envy, Jesus Sucre, and Austin Jackson 8-9-1 here. The Mariners home 8th. Slashing away, Indy's behind 0-2. I may just recalled from AAA Gwinnett the second time this season. It's back on July 29th. Converted 16 of 17 save opportunities down there. All 2 strikes. And Indy fouls it into the glove of Evan Gattis, one away. One down here in the 8th brings up Jesus Sucre. He's 0 for 3. Kyle Seager got the Mariners going in the first inning. Ackley a solo home run. Morrison a 3-run homer in the 3rd. Sac fly in the 5th by Taylor. And Kendrys Morales with the 7th inning RBI, scoring Robinson Cano. He had a 1-out double. Robbie's doubled twice today and scored twice. Two-hit day for Ackley, an infield hit and a homer. 3-hit day for Seager. 3 singles to right. He's driven in a run.
He is throwing hard. 97 miles an hour on the fastball. He also has a hard slider.
Swing and a miss. Nasty pitch.
Slow curveball after 97. A 75-mile-an-hour curveball. Sucre way out in front of that slow curve, trying to catch up to 97. Good pitch.
Juan Jose Jaime, 6'2", 250 out of San Cristobal in the Dominican Republic. Austin Jackson 0 for 4.
There's a base hit.
Sure is, down the line. Hayward will get it back in. 1 for 5 day for Austin Jackson. AJ with a second Mariner hit here at Safeco Field.
Able to fight off a pretty good fastball. 95 miles an hour in on his hands. Inside out swing. Jams him a little bit, but that's a base hit.
Another opportunity for Ackley. on to Dustin. Seven runs for the Mariners, the most since July 1st when they went for 13 at Houston. 13-2 victory for Sashi Iwakuma. Also had 6-2 victory against Oakland on July 12 here. Last road trip, 6-5 win at Cleveland, 6-3 win at Baltimore. Costello at the backhand. Throws out Ackley, and to the ninth we go. Mariners 3 outs away from making Chris Young a 10-game winner. (7-3) lead for the Mariners against the Atlanta Braves out of the National League East. Wild card standings. There you go. Pursuit of the Angels and the Blue Jays. Mariners will see plenty of the Angels coming down the last month. Kansas City right behind Toronto. Mariners and the Yankees, one back. Cleveland and the White Sox coming to town, still not out of it yet.
And Medina will stay on. Rodney just starting to play catch out in the bullpen. Not a save situation, so Rodney probably won't get in the game unless base runner gets out there, but Medina's throwing the ball well.
9-1-2 for the Braves. Pena, Bonifacio, and La Stella.
Just great. Keep looking at those standings, and the wild card and the extra wild card is obviously already a success. I'm sure the people in Seattle think so. And Mariners playing some meaningful baseball in August. It's good to see.
Yay! And nice to see a big inning mean something more than one, like that third inning. Ackley. Got plenty of room. One out. Top of the order to Emilio Bonifacio. 4 day with the run scored. Ball 1 to Bonifacio with Seager in at third. Ackley with a leadoff homer in the third. Later on, same inning, 3-run shot. Logan Morris gave the Mariners a 5-3 lead. They've added on a couple of runs since then. Ball 1 to Bonifacio. Another opportunity for Ackley. 2 outs. Well, here we go, down to the final out. Tommy La Stella. Bullpen. Another fine job here by the Mariners by Wilhelmsen, Leon, Furbush, and Medina. In relief of Chris Young, who went 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. Crowd on its feet, 30,770. They've enjoyed this afternoon in the sun. And Ackley's got a chance to make all 3 outs. He's going to get it done. Chris Young, everybody, is a 10-game winner for the Mariners as they win today, 7-3. First time Chris Young's won 10 games since '06. Ackley a home run, Morrison a home run. Good defense again. The bullpen stellar. What a start to this 9-game homestand.
Started with Felix last night and then Young tonight. As Dave mentioned, a 10-game winner. 4 shutout innings by the bullpen again. A well-rested bullpen. It's good to see the Mariners with some power today. A couple of home runs in this one and scoring 7 runs. 12 hits, 7 runs for the Mariners. What
a boost Chris Young has been to this pitching staff. He goes to 10-6. Tehran the loser. He's 10-8. What a fine afternoon, and it continues right now with the post-game show. Brad and Bill. Fellas?
All right, gentlemen, thank you. Yeah, the pen enjoying it out here like the guy.